Good morning, students. I hope you all are studying well. So, students, today we are going to start with the next chapter of civics, which is called Understanding Media. So, children, did you know that there is one word that is often used to collectively refer to the radio, TV, newspapers, internet, and several other forms of communication? This word is media. Everything ranging from the stall of the local fair to the program that you see on TV can be called media. Media is the plural form of the word medium, and it describes ways through which we communicate in society. Because media refers to all means of communication, everything ranging from a phone call to the evening news on TV can be called media. TV, radio, and newspapers are a form of media that reaches millions of people or the masses across the country and the world, and thus they are called mass media. It would probably be difficult for you to imagine your life without the media, but the striking feature is that the cable, television, and widespread use of the internet is a recent phenomenon. These have been around for less than 20 years. The technology that mass media uses keeps on changing. Newspaper, television, and radio can reach millions of people because they use certain technologies. We also tend to discuss newspaper and magazines as print media, while TV and radio as electronic media. Changing technology or machines and making technology more modern helps media to reach more people. It also improves the quality of sound and the images that you see. But technology does more than this. For example, can we think of our life without television? Obviously not, as it has enabled us to think of ourselves as members of a larger global world. Television images travel huge distances through satellites and cables. This allows us to view news and entertainment channels from other parts of the world. Most of the cartoons that you see on television are mostly from Japan or the United States. Television has brought the world closer to us. The different technologies that mass media use are expensive. Let us take TV studio into consideration. It has lights, cameras, sound recorders, transmission satellites, etc. All of these cost a lot of money. In a news studio, it is not only the newsreader who needs to be paid, but also a number of other people who help put the broadcast together. This includes those who look after the cameras and lights. Due to these costs, the mass media needs a great deal of money to do its work. As a result, most television channels and newspapers are part of a big business houses. Mass media is constantly thinking of ways to make money. One way in which it earns money is by advertising different things like cars, chocolates, clothes, mobile phones, etc. You must have noticed these advertisements. In the cricket matches, these advertisements are shown repeatedly after every over. It is in the hope that you will go out and buy what is advertised. In a democracy, the media plays a very important role in providing news and discussing events taking place in the country and the world. It is on the basis of this information that citizens can learn how government works, and often, if they wish, they can take action on the basis of these new stories. Some of the ways in which they can do this is by writing letters to the ministers, organizing public protests, starting a signature campaigns, asking the government to rethink its program, etc. Given the role that media plays in providing information, it is important that the information is balanced. Let us understand what is balanced. The fact is that if you had read either newspaper, you would only know one side of the story. A balanced report is one that discusses all points of view of a particular story and then leaves it to the readers to make up their minds. Writing a balanced report depends on the media being independent. Now, what is independent media? It means that no one should control and influence its coverage of news. No one should tell the media what can be included and what should not be included in a news story. And independent media is important in a democracy. Actions are taken according to these stories. So, it is important that this information is reliable and not biased. However, the reality is that media is far from independent. This is mainly because of two reasons. The first is the control that the government has on the media. When the government prevents either a news item or scenes from a movie or the lyrics of a song from being shared with the larger public, this is referred to as an censorship. There have been periods in Indian history when the government censored the media. The worst of these was the emergency between 1975 to 1977.